where's made you the most money? What sort of stuff's made you the most money?
The most money I've ever made is now. Okay. I'm making more money now than ever. So initially it was all property investment. But the thing is, in my opinion, buying houses and renting them out is never going to make anybody a billionaire. I don't know anyone that's a billionaire that's just buys houses and rents them out.
In this country, yeah.
Yeah, in this country. My money now comes from property development. I've done 9 different projects.
Right.
And all of them are very, very lucrative. Land conversions. I've learned loads through it, and that's I've just in the last just in the last 3 months I've bought 2 hotels.
Right.
Which are huge money earners. I've bought a factory which I just got planning permission accepted to turn it into 48 apartments. I mean that's 2 million.
Yes.
Profit. You can't, you just can't do that. You can't do that in training. You can't do that in straightforward property investment. So property development, that for me is legacy.
Yeah.
Kids take over the business. Like that for me is huge.
There's more money in development, there's more risk associated with development as well.
Yeah, there is, but it's about how you do it. So all of my developments, pretty much that I've done, have all been on a purchase option agreement.
Okay.
That is
so
the way to do it.
The uplift in value.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the way. So for instance, the factory, the risk on that, you might say, oh man, buying a factory and turning it into a partner is really risky. Well, actually, it's not that risky if you do it the way I do it, because what I've learned over the years of property investment, I've applied to development. So how I bought that, and I've not gone public. I like to keep, the thing is, Saj, I've learned as well, patience. I'm a very different man to what I was 5-6 years ago. Now I'm more patient, but I've also learned to be a little bit more humble, and like even the factory, I've not plastered that on social media. You know what I mean? I'm just quietly doing it. But I bought it on an option last year for 25 grand. Worst case, I've lost 25 grand.
Yeah.
I then got planning.
So you paid 25 grand as an option fee, which
Correct.
gives you the right to buy it in the future.
Correct. I had the option to buy it for 972 grand, which is nothing. It's just down the road as well. It's in Wolverhampton. Okay. I then got planning to turn into 48 apartments. Although, even when the planning was accepted, this is again something that people don't know, is just because you got planning doesn't mean, way, we can crack on. We pushed the planning through quick, and then we had to amend some things. So we had to get section 73, which is all sorted now. But the gross development value on that is 6.7 million.
Right.
So we bought it for 972. The end value's 6.7 million. It's going to cost a few mil, but the profit is. So
with something like that, do you intend to build it out and develop it, and sell, or just sell the project as it is? The plan is to keep it. We have got some investors that have put some money into it, so they've got an option to use their profits to buy. Okay. So we might sell some of them to the investors, but the majority will be to keep. And the plan is service apartments. So what are you worth now then? My net worth, it's very debated. I had my net worth valued a few years ago, and it came in at 20. Right. Today, what am I worth? I don't like to brag. I'd rather say a lower number, and then if I get Forbes say, can we come and value? It's higher than I said. But I'd like to think 25 at least, 25 million, if you added up everything together. Of course, it's impossible to know 100% unless you sell everything. Yeah. You don't know. Like my castle, for instance, what's it worth? Is it worth 2 million, 2.5 million? Would anyone buy it right now? Yeah. Who knows? And what would you like to be worth? I'd like to be a billionaire. Of course. What would change? If I was a billionaire? Yeah. What would you do differently? I don't think anything would change, actually. If I was a billionaire, I mean, I already live the life. If I'm a billionaire, do you really think I'm going to suddenly dress different? I drive a nice brand new Range Rover. It's gold. Live in a beautiful £3 million house that I own with a private gate. My wife's got a Range Rover. I take all the holidays I want. Fly first class. Maybe I'll get a jet. But I'm not materialistic. I'm not like. Oh, so why want to be a billionaire? Because of the person that I will become in becoming a billionaire. Mm-hmm. That's the same reason I wanted to be a millionaire. I remember I sat down with my business mentor and he said, "Why do you want to be a millionaire?" And I said, because at first I didn't even know. At first I was like,
just got a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
You know, just sounds good.
Yeah.
But then actually, when I really thought about it, because I don't really care that much about, yeah, okay, I drive a Range Rover, but the reality is it's worth about 170 grand, right? But the thing is, I could drive if I wanted to. I could drive all the sports cars. I could be wearing bling bling, but I'm not really bothered about it. I wanted to become a millionaire because just thought I want to change I want to change my family tree history, be the first millionaire. I want to be able to pass down generational wealth because of the things the money can do. As a result of being a millionaire right now, I'm doing a lot of charity work. We just built a school in Uganda. Which has got 2,000 kids, and that's just I wouldn't be able to do it if I wasn't a millionaire. Imagine what I could do if I was a billionaire. Damn.
What do you think you need to do differently to get you from where you are to a billionaire? What do you think you need to do in the next few years to put you on that track?
The thing is, I'm not even trying to scale up right now with my development business. I'm not trying to get more developments, because, as you said, there is risk. I'm trying to I've currently got 8-9 sites on the go at the moment. For me, I feel like that's enough.
Yeah, it can be quite, as I said, it's very stressful.
I haven't got the resources. I got 46 members of staff. I've got a great team on the development business. My wife is a rock. My brother is incredible. My brother-in-law, we're all full-time on the business. My brother-in-law's like a chartered quantity surveyor, cost manager. Brilliant. He got an invite to go work for Saudi Arabia on crazy money, and I was like, come and partner with us in the business. So we've got a great team. But if we had to become a billionaire, we'd need to be doing at least 10 times what we're doing or more. And I just don't think right now I've got the resources in place. So what I want to do is I want to continue. I believe in property, and I teach this even to people just starting out. Start on a small deal and then just go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And for me, how I'd become a billionaire, I'll tell you how I become a billionaire, by doing deals that were 10 times as big. I'm getting excited by saying, oh, I made 2 million. But really, if I want to be a billionaire, I need to be saying, I just bought this factory for 100 mil. I'm going to spend 50 mil on it, and then the end value is 200 mil. It's probably just as easy to do a deal that, because I know that will be true, because to do a little house flip, 50 grand house flip, is just as difficult to do £1 million factory flip.
Yeah, when you get to larger projects, you can afford to bring in certain skills as well.
Yeah,
to
100%. But right now, I wouldn't be able to do those types of deals because I wouldn't get the finance, because I've not got the experience. I haven't got the resources. So I think the way for me to become a billionaire will be to do what I'm doing, but to do bigger projects. But right now, I'm not capable. I'm not competent. I'm not experienced enough. I think give me 10 years, and hopefully by that point, I'll be able to be doing deals that are at least 10 times as big, and we'll see what can happen. And I also want to provide a lot of affordable housing. I couldn't believe that. I saw you did a video about this actually, about the housing target got completely diluted. We are in a housing crisis at the moment. And I know this from the other end as well, because I've got family that I'm working class, so I've got my sister was trying to find a house to rent, couldn't get a house to rent. In the end, I got hated for this actually. I was talking to Andrew Tate on an interview, and I mentioned that my sister couldn't rent somewhere and how difficult it was, and everyone was saying, "Oh, you're a multi-millionaire, and your sister's trying to rent," and all this. And I'm thinking in my head, if they only knew, like, they don't know me. I actually bought her a house. As it happens, I didn't say that on the interview. It just shows us how when people are hating,
make an assumption.
They don't know. They don't know half. They know 0.1% and just draw their own conclusions. He's probably making millions and his sister's really struggling, and it's terrible. It's like, you don't know me. So I bought a house. But the thing is, I know what it's like, because I have family and friends, and I'm from Warsaw myself, to be a tenant. I know what it's like with the cost of living crisis, the housing shortage. So for me, a big part of my goal as well is to bring more affordable homes to the country. And sure, some of my projects, like my castle, that's not going to be affordable. That's going to be expensive, luxury, high end. Believe me. But then, I'm also, a lot of my projects are the key is to try and bring affordable homes to people, and to ultimately even the playing field a little bit, make things easier for people, give as many people as possible, a better life. I think that's kind of my my mission. and what I'm about. And as a result, if I become a billionaire, great. If I don't, great. But as long as I'm actually making a difference in the world.
You'll still be growing because you're heading in that direction.
Exactly, yeah. And a billionaire, if you're a billionaire, you don't have £1 billion in the bank. You have £1 billion company valuation. But
yeah,
these guys that are billionaires, they just dress the same. They live they're still working really hard. People think, I want to be a billionaire so I can just sit on a beach and just relax and live a good life. You don't need to be a billionaire to do that. You don't even need to be a billionaire. You need to make £5,000 a month passive from a few rent-to-rents.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite, but you know what I'm saying.